This is Willie. Willie is training to become an actor, using the Stanislavski system. So far, he has learned Given Circumstances, the Super Task, and Emotion Memory. For today's lesson, though, we are learning about embodiment. Physical embodiment is important insofar as it conveys the life of the human spirit. I have spoken a great deal about experiencing, but I haven't told you the 100th part of what you need to know when it comes to intuition and the unconscious. This is the place from which you will draw your raw material, the technical means of experiencing. It is infinite and it will not succumb to cold calculation. The techniques we use to embody unconscious experiences do not respond to cold calculation either. They too must often embody our minds unconsciously and intuitively. Let's start with some physical education. Are you ready? No. Not like that. Clearly, you don't know how to develop your body correctly. Let's check in with what Stan has to say. People don't know how to use the equipment nature has given them. They can't even keep it in good condition or develop it. Slack muscles, a distorted frame, poor breathing are common occurrences in life. These are the results of our inability to educate and develop our physical apparatus. No wonder then if the work nature assigns it is performed in an unsatisfactory way. For the same reasons, we constantly encounter badly proportioned bodies which have not been properly developed by exercise. So put those weights down. After all, bulging muscles, like that of a wrestler or athlete, are ugly. Can you imagine how stupid these lumps of meat would look in an 18th century riding jacket? Just look at that barrel chest. And broad shoulders. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Not to worry though. These body defects can be corrected with proper exercise. So, let's start with gymnastics. We need compact, strong, developed, well-proportioned, well-built bodies, with nothing unnatural or overdone. Gymnastics should correct and not ruin our bodies. Let's start with a few somersaults. Where do you think you're going? A tumbling mat? Who needs a tumbling mat when you have a perfectly good hardwood floor right there? Hesitant, eh? My, what would Stan say in this situation? I'll tell you what he'd say. You have to do it. Take a running jump at it. Yet most actors have quite a different psychological attitude. They are afraid of big moments and painstakingly prepare for them well in advance. That produces the kind of constrictions that prevent you from opening out in big moments of climax in a role so that you can give yourself completely to them without reserve. At times, you may get bumps and bruises on your head. The teacher will see to it that they're not too serious. Getting a bit of a bump you put down to experience won't kill you. It will make you repeat the experiment without unnecessary thinking next time, without shilly-shallying, decisively, like a man, with physical intuition and inspiration. So, go on, give it a try. There. That wasn't so bad now, was it? How about one more go? Okay, fine. How about some ballet? Turn your left foot as far to the extreme left as you can. Very good. Now, the right. Make sure your toes and heels are touching. Excellent. Now, bend your knees. This extremely simple technique can improve those unnatural hips and will correct your feet placement. Oh my! You're terribly inflexible. Let's try something else. How about a dramatic pose? Just as I thought. Totally lifeless. Don't believe me? Let's hear from Stan again. These gestures may look expressive, but they are empty and meaningless, like dancers waving their arms so as to be beautiful. We don't need either balletic techniques or histrionic poses or theatrical gestures, which follow an external surface line. They don't give life to Othello, Hamlet, Chotsky, or Pass as human souls. How about a movement exercise to loosen us up a bit? Imagine there is a drop of mercury on your finger. Let that mercury pass into your hand and have it travel up your arm. Very slowly. Carefully. Do you feel it? Let it pass throughout your entire body. From the top of your head through the toes on your feet. Let that energy move through you. Keep an unbroken line throughout. Don't think about it too hard. Move your arms upward and then let them drop as the mercury leaves your body. Very good. Feeling more flexible? That unbroken line is essential to the arts. What were Stan's thoughts? I'm glad you asked. Art itself is born at the moment when an unbroken, sustained line, sound, voice, movement is created. While there are only individual sounds, scrapings, notes, cries instead of music, or individual short lines and points instead of drawing, or individual spasmodic jerks instead of movement, there can be no question of music, or singing, of drawing, of portraiture, of dance, of architecture, of sculpture, or finally, of the art of theater.
Fuck, what a shitty run-on sentence that was.
Ready for your next lesson? Fantastic. Let's see you walk. Come, let's see that dramatic cross. Well, that certainly was something. And it was wrong. Let's try again. In fact, let's get everyone involved. Those of you watching at home, I invite you to stand up and let's all try walking together.
Hey, post-production Will here. I just want to take a minute and just apologize in advance if this upcoming tutorial isn't super clear. I spent about an hour reading and rereading this section, about 6 pages, where the act of walking is broken down into this pretty convoluted explanation, and I'm still not even sure I'm explaining it properly. So, I guess if you want to get really good at walking, I recommend studying some Alexander technique, but that's just me. Anyway, back to the video.
By following these simple tips, you too can walk just like Stan. Number 1. Make sure the leg is swung freely and easily. Number 2. Keep the torso in a firm vertical position. Number 3. Ensure the hips fall and rise. Number 4. Bend the knees slightly when stepping forward. Number 5. For the feet, there are 3 options: heel to toe, the whole foot, or the Greek walk, aka toe to heel. Number 6. The toes should cushion the shift of the body weight, especially the big toe. And finally, do not creep or crawl, but glide. Got it? All right. All together now. Ready? And go! Don't forget you have arms. Very good. Much better. Now you're walking like an actor. Well, I think that's just about enough for today. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're one step closer to becoming a real actor, Willie. But before we go, I have one more technique to share. In fact, this is a secret technique that I heard from Stan himself. It's so secret, this is the first time it has ever been shared publicly. Do you want to know what it is? You should. This is truly the secret to becoming the greatest actor of all. And that secret